There are thousands or hundreds of organisms present in our environment. To study these organisms in details, biologists must have to arrange them in certain groups. This arrangement is known as classification. In this chapter, biological classification, we will discuss different kinds of classifications proposed by different taxonomists. There are hundreds of classifications, but in this chapter, we will discuss only three types. These are artificial system, natural system, and phylogenetic system. Artificial system. This is the oldest method of classification. It was proposed by the father of taxonomists, that is, the Carolus Linnaeus. He classified the living organism on the basis of external character or superficial characters. It is the most simple system of classification, but has some drawbacks. What is the drawback of artificial system? We can understand the drawback of artificial system with a simple example. These are few animals which spend a part of their life in water. Fish is totally aquatic, but tortoise and snake, these are not totally aquatic. These are reptiles. Why they are reptiles? Because they have scales in their body, their skin is dry, and they are cold-blooded. Similarly, this is a tadpole. It is not an aquatic animal, but it is an amphibian. Similarly, this seal is not an aquatic animal, but it is a mammal and it is warm-blooded animal. Carolus Linnaeus believed that as these organisms spent a part of their life in water, so they must be placed together in one group, that is in aquatic animal. But this justification is not actual, or this justification is not scientific. You cannot place tortoise and snake together with the fish because these are two different organisms. You cannot place tadpole together with seal because these are totally different organisms. This is the basic drawback for which the modern taxonomists totally discarded Carolus Linnaeus. To overcome the drawbacks of artificial system, Bentham and Hooker proposed natural system of classification. In this system, the natural characters of organisms were considered. It is considered as the most practical system of classification. It has some drawbacks as well as lots of merits. Natural similarities. We can explain natural similarities with this picture. In this picture, can you tell me the commonness which is present in these organisms? These are the common characters of all these animals. All are mammals. All animals are warm-blooded animals, and they have hairs in their body. So this is an example of natural similarities. And these organisms are placed in one group as they have natural characters. Modern system or phylogenetic system. This system was proposed by Engler and Prantl. They proposed this system to find out the ancestor of living organisms. This is a modern system which mainly deals with the study of fossils. This system has its own merits and demerits. Types of classification on the basis of kingdoms. On the basis of kingdoms, we can divide the organisms or we can divide the classification system into 5 types. These are 2 kingdom system classification, 3 kingdom system of classification, 4 kingdom system, 5 kingdom system, and 6 kingdom system. First of all, we will discuss the 2 kingdom system. Main proposer of this system was Carolus Linnaeus. He believed that living organism has 2 main categories, or we can say that there are 2 kingdoms of life in the world. These are plants and animals. In plants, those organisms are included which are non-motile, green, and can prepare their own food. Or we can say those organisms are placed under plants which are producer. In animals, those organisms are included which are motile, means which can move from one place to another, which cannot prepare their own food but dependent on the food prepared by the plants. That is, these are consumers. Main drawback of 2 kingdom system is that there is no space for the microorganism. So Ernst Haeckel proposed a new system which is known as 3 kingdom system. He classified the living organism into 3 kingdoms. These kingdoms are protist or protista, plantae, and animalia. Protist or protista includes those organisms which we cannot see with our naked eyes, or it includes the unicellular microorganisms. Plantae includes higher plants, and animalia includes higher animals. Drawbacks of 3 kingdom system. This is the picture of a very simple microscopic microorganism, bacteria. In bacteria, the basic components like nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi body, etc. are absent. In other words, we can say that this microscopic microorganism is prokaryotic. I hope you know what is prokaryotic organism, means without nucleus. On the other hand, this is amoeba. In amoeba, basic components like nucleus, mitochondria, food vacuole, etc. are present. This is the basic difference between amoeba and bacteria. Amoeba is eukaryotic as it has nucleus and other cell organelles. Ernst Haeckel arranged or aggregated these 2 organisms, that is prokaryotic and eukaryotic, and placed them together under protista. This is an unscientific approach, and for this approach modern taxonomists has discarded the system. This is the basic drawback of 3 kingdom system. Haeckel's 3 kingdom system was modified by H.F.Copeland. He classified the living organisms into 4 kingdoms. These are Monera, Protista, Metaphyta, and Metazoa. In Monera, unicellular prokaryotes are included. In Protista, unicellular eukaryotes are included. Metaphyta. Meta means multicellular, phyton, which is a Greek word, means producer. We can say that Metaphyta includes multicellular producer, that is higher plants. Similarly, in Metazoa, higher animals are included. Here, meta means multicellular, zoan, which is a Greek word, means animals. This system has its own drawbacks. These are the pictures of a special group of plants called the fungi. in ecosystem, their role is decomposer. They decompose the body of dead plants and animals and release the nutrients present in it. These organisms are either unicellular or multicellular. They have cell wall, and the cell wall is made up of a chitin. This chitin also forms the exoskeleton of arthropoda. Haeckel did not include this group in his four kingdom system. This is the main drawback of four kingdom system.